Joe Pasillo and Joe Resinello. And once more, let us go into the breach. So now, Joe, I know you've been all over Canada these last several months, Trudeau and all the nonsense going on up there. Okay. In fact, I try to tell you, I hope that if you do take a trip to Canada, I hope they let you out and you could come back to the United States. Let's see what happens. I will bail you out, Joe. I promise. I won't leave you up there. It won't be like Midnight Express. I promise. But the Canadian Health Agency includes pro-euthanasia slideshow in pension packages to seniors. Why are you including in a pension package a blueprint by which you could take your own life? The included in the slideshow was a text on expressions of wanting to die, saying that it could be used to promote a sense of control, as well as talk of being able to die by euthanasia in only a day. Joe, this is part of this, what is it, this MAID program, this medical assistance in dying. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. And the thing is, I don't understand, Joe, are people really that desperate to die? I mean, is that what it is? I mean, because it seems to me that's the only way that this could be successful, is that they've actually convinced you that your life is worth nothing if you're older or you have some sickness, some illnesses, that they've convinced you that you should just check out. Joe, help me, please.
A couple comments. The MAID program, I believe, excuse me, since Trudeau put that forth, 10,000 people have taken their lives. Many of them are poor. It's a way of getting rid of people. That is eugenics. You're getting rid of undesirable people. We're seeing that in Europe with people with Down syndrome. They're getting aborted. Now, you're legally in a G7 nation getting rid of poor people, whereby they have a disease. The benefits, the public benefits, aren't covering all the costs. So they say it's cheaper to get rid of this person. That's what secular humanists do. When you remove God from a society, that is a consequence. It's part of the deal, people. It's part of the package. And by the way, you may be next. That's me. That's you.
But here's the thing. This is why regular people have to step up. First of all, Justin Trudeau won't be next. He'll never be next. Not him, not any member.
Worth $100 million.
Right. So he's always, doesn't matter. He'll decide that his life has dignity, and he will not take advantage of his own program, this whatever MAID program, assistance in dying program. No, that's meant for you. That's not meant for him. That's not meant for Klaus Schwab. That's not meant for George Soros. That's not meant for Yuval Harari. That's not meant for them. Why do people are Joe, here's the thing, and then we're just going to cut it short. Has secular humanism, has anti-Christianity, okay, anti the Christian message and the value of human life, I'm made in the image and likeness of God, is it really just over? Is it really just done? Because it seems to me that if 10,000 people have already taken their own lives, that means they actually bought into this idea that their life has no value, and how sad, not just evil, and it is deeply evil, but how sad that is.
Well, like we were saying, this is an example of eugenics. And to your point, suffering, if you are a religious person, has meaning. There's sanctification purposes to suffering, especially if you're Catholic. You take the God piece out of it. Many people are all about this because they just would say, I'd rather just die, because there's nothing more to life. And that is sad, but that is a byproduct of a secular society. But what people are forgetting, because many people would say, I think that's great, but here's where it's not great. If you have a sick child, if you have a sick wife, if you have a sick mother, and the costs outweigh the benefits that they are giving to you through the state, this is what's going to be suggested. Oh, no, that won't happen. It is happening.
Right.
It's happening to the poor. Now they're talking about it with the old. It's happening with, I used the example of babies in the womb, particularly those who have Down syndrome. And the window is going to get larger. And, oh, you're a conspiracy. No, I'm not. Look at what's happened in Europe and in countries that have allowed this. People have opted to take their life out of depression.
Right.
This is real. it's going to get larger, and it's going to be used as a tool, because ultimately globalists have a thing about the world is too populated.
Right.
Why? Because people are affecting the environment. That's what the globalists say. That's
Right.
what climate alarmists say. And this is a way to get rid of those who are undesirable, who do not produce. That is eugenics. That's what the Nazis did. And this is what's happening in G7 nations right before your eyes. Too many people vote for it. It's time to wake up, because, as I said, Joe Pasillo, you might be next.
That's right. And you know what we need to start doing? Call them Nazis right to their face. As much as they call us fascists and a whole host of other names, you at least are accurate with your description. This is eugenics. This is what the Nazis did. This is what Margaret Sanger wanted. She gave the Nazis a few lessons. We need to call them Nazis to their face and let their brains explode. All right, trying to deny that they're Nazis, because that's exactly what they are. Let's leave it there. Thanks for joining us here at the Frontline with Joe and Joe. Joe Pasillo, Joe Rossinello. And remember, stick around for more great content.